You tell them.
No, you tell them.
I don't want to tell them.
You tell them.
Okay. They're gonna hate us. It doesn't matter, this is our life, and we're just letting you in on a little sneak peek of it. We're selling Sparky the Airstream.
And Fred the van.
Yep, we're selling the van and the Airstream. We've decided that RVing isn't really for us. We are gonna get a sailboat and sail around the world. Just kidding, sailing has no appeal to us. And just kidding, we love RVing and we love getting out. We are outdoors people, and I think if we went sailing, we would miss our hiking, our mountain biking. I guess we could paddleboard, but ocean scares me. I don't see us ever doing that, but I totally respect the people who do. So yeah, we're not getting out of RVing, we're not getting out of Airstreams, and we're not getting out of a van.
What started it all was that since we've left, we've been riding our mountain bikes a lot more than we thought we would. And we'd probably ride them even more if we didn't have to take the front tires off and turn the handlebars and stuff. It was fine in the context when we made it. We thought we'd ride once or twice a week, but to do that, you know, almost every day or every other day is not something we anticipated doing.
It puts wear and tear on the bikes. It's kind of a nuisance doing that. It could work, and it's been working just fine. I mean, it's a really small problem. But it's a great problem to have that we're riding mountain bikes so much that we want an easier way to load and unload the bikes with a little bit less hassle. So, yeah, that's one factor.
Yeah, so being able to store the bikes without having to take the front tires off, but not losing the ability to sleep in the van. We've been sketching and doodling and measuring and trying to come up with a way if maybe what if we just rebuilt the inside of Fred and reconfigured things. But we haven't come up with a great solution without getting something with a taller roof.
What we're thinking is next summer we plan on putting the Airstream in storage for a few months and just traveling by van. In the summer it's busy. It's hard to find parks, especially in rural areas. We're going to do an East Coast trip, and it'd be a lot easier if we weren't pulling a trailer everywhere we go hunting for an RV park. By living in a van for a couple months, we can really get a lot of other options to park, to camp, stuff like that. So I think that style of travel will be nice to have a van for, and we want a van that you can stand up in. Now I know all of you are going to have tons of solutions on how we can make our current setup work. We have put a ton of thought into this, and we're decided. We're getting a Ford Transit van with a high top. Now Transits are not 4x4. It costs $13,000 to convert them to 4x4, and there's an 8-month waiting list to get that done. There's another downside. They're unibody. There's no frame like Fred. Fred can tow 10,000 pounds. These new Transits, in the best trim possible, can tow 7,500 pounds, and the options we want are only rated to tow about 6,900 pounds. That's a huge cut, and there's only a few Airstreams that weigh in that range. So we have to downsize a ton, which also seems like a sacrifice, and it is. We love our 30-footer. The 30-footer has not prohibited us from getting into any campgrounds. A lot of people are going to say, oh, you're downsizing because 30 foot's too big. It's not too big. If anything, most full-timers go bigger. It's 2 feet longer than a 27 front bed, and the tanks are way bigger. There's a lot more open space. You can see our tour of that. If the new Transit could tow this, there's no way we would change this Airstream. We would keep this in a heartbeat. But there are a couple things we traded about Fred, that's triggering everything. Selling Fred, getting a different van that can't tow as much, forces us to sell Sparky as well. The Airstream we're looking at getting is a 25-foot SS for 6 sleeper. It's a corner bed, a little bit less desirable, way less space inside, smaller storage tanks. That's the biggest trailer we can tow and the smallest trailer we can live in. We really don't have a lot of options in that weight range, which really sucks. Oh, another reason we're doing it right now, we're about to put a whole bunch of solar and battery into this, and we thought, if we're thinking about getting a different rig, different Airstream and van, let's not put all the solar on this and do all of that if we're just going to turn around and sell it and then have to deinstall all of that. Now is the time to do it.
I know that we've just gone over a lot of the disadvantages of the Ford Transit van, But keep in mind, this is something that we've been beating around for a really long time. We've looked at all the possibilities. What would it take to make Fred what we want? And we really do feel good about this option. We feel like we have to make some sacrifices, but it's also going to open up new possibilities to us. So
absolutely,
we are looking forward to it. We are excited. It's going to be a lot of work, but we think it's going to be a good thing.
So yeah, if you're interested in the van or the Airstream, drop us a line, shoot us an email at themoreweexplore@gmail.com. Let's see where this crazy journey takes us.